Okay, for once you're getting a video about a radio and not me sitting out trying to carbon monoxide myself in a C1 Corvette, sitting around inside an enclosed shed. But hey, it is a good exhaust. Alright, Craig L131, interesting little radio. Had a few lately, to be honest. I want to say a few, three. And some of you would have seen the one with the box and books, and that was actually a good friend of mine's who bought that absolutely new old stock. Was under the impression that yep, it should be 100% working, and it had a few issues, and that's okay. You know, one of the things to be very clear on when you're buying boxed radios is that, you know, it may need to go to a service centre, purely and simply because it's sat around for so long. With Craig's, you'd sort of know inherently you're going to have a few problems. It's like buying the average SBE. You know, a lot of you have had experience with trying to get, say, an SBE sidebander 6, the mobile one, without, you know, we're trying to get one with a working keypad and working PLL. You know, that can be difficult. Console 6 is the same thing. You know, there's a lot of different radios where age has got the better of them, but there's a lot of good ones too. I have a beautiful Console 6 and sidebander 6 sitting here from Gary, not from Gary, from David, sorry. David over in, David de Kock over in South Africa, and you know, sometimes depending on, you know, I think that's also research where you're buying your radios from. David's a trusted source of mine, and just, you know, what you're getting is what you're getting. And we just had a recent shipment in a previous video of a stack of radios. I haven't tested one of them. I know they work. It's just David. Anyway, Craig L131. So let's have a bit of a look. This one, we've devised a little microphone modification we do with these now. Craig's don't essentially, with the standard mic, drive particularly well. A lot of people used to just add a some sort of, you know, compression mic or power mic onto them. Seen a few of them with lease-on bass mics on them, etc. And yeah, sure enough, that, you know, helps them drive, gives them that bit of preamp punch. I reckon it's a little bit to do with the impedance matching. I've ended up changing an insert and taking a little transformer out in this and getting a lot better drive. Bearing in mind this had quite a few issues, this radio, and it's just a good example of one that's been sitting around for a very long time. It's not to knock the previous owner or anything like that. It's just not. It is. This one came from the museum in New Zealand, and it had sat on the shelf there for years, and it's not unlikely to, you know, get a few issues after sitting around for so long. Anyway, we've got it all going, and I've probably got about 5 or 6 hours into this one. It's funny how when it's hot outside and it's air conditioned inside, how it's easier to spend a lot more time on radios than you probably intended to. But yeah, this one's come up nice, and good drive. Hello 1 2 3 4 5. Hello 1 2. I like this little transmit light on the channel knob. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. Yeah, that's a nice feature, absolutely. But yeah, they are a nice radio once you've spent a bit of time on them. 1 2. Hello 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 hello. 1 2 1 2. As you can see now, we haven't adjusted the needle on the meter here. A lot of people, they get so frustrated with Craig's, they just go and whip up the power meters and they whip it up to full on the little potentiometer and find out that, hey, the meter moves better, but I'm not getting it out any better. Well, that's true, you won't. But absolutely. Okay, so let's just have a look. Oh, I haven't got this on PEP at the moment because I ran my batteries down. They have a PEP read on the bottom there, you can see on the right hand side. I run some external NICADs, but every time I leave my workshop for 3 days, I leave the peak read on, and of course it just drains the battery down, and it's like, come on. Anyway, so I've got to design something a little bit smarter. Not smarter, because this, if you turn the bloody peak off, it'd be fine. But what we've got here is, this is a, it goes to some NICADs, and it goes into a USB charger, and basically two there come up with about 10 volts, and that comes up with around 5 volts. And it charges the NICAD, so I just go pop it into my charger, charge it, and if I don't actually forget to take this as a little, anyway, switch. But actually, let me go get those batteries, because at the moment, I'll show you the difference between the peak reading and the, hopefully the charged a bit. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, let me go grab the batteries. They've probably got a bit of charge now. Okay, and as you can see, yeah, it's just a little 6 volts by 3 here, basically, so 3 packs. So obviously, sorry, we're feeding about 12 volts into this fella here, and around 6 volts into there, and just charging off USB chargers, which does the job. And hello, 1, 2, hello. Oh, you can see the difference there straight away. Hello, 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 hello. See how it picks up that peak? Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, versus when I go to non-PEP, hello, 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 1, 2, hello, hello, hello. Really got to drive it hard to get those peaks then. I was talking to myself then. I hit pause for a second, then I started talking again. I thought, that's not recording. Anyway, back there again. Sorry, yeah, just saying that this Craig L131 will be up for sale. We've got a base as well that pretty sure we checked that a few months ago, but I think we might just run that in the workshop as well. It's very clean. We might even package it. Look, it won't be a cheap buy. I understand. Everyone loves to buy the cheap Craig. They don't exist. But the Craig base and the Craig mobile, it might be. Don't get me wrong. If you already own the base, or the mobile, although I don't know if I'll sell the Craig mobile by itself. They're just too hard to find. We'll see. Look, talk to me if you're interested. I'd like to do it as a combo base, but look, I understand. Hey, it's 2024, and there's not exactly. Money's not floating around like COVID days, was it? Can you say that word on YouTube? Actually, I'm not even sure. Probably get a strike for that. I don't know. Hard to say these days. It's very, very difficult to know what you can say. Although I've seen a few YouTubes lately where the one on screen had the N word, and I was like, if you can't say that, why are you not getting a strike? I say something ridiculous about a radio and I get a strike, or if I have a little bit of music sitting behind me that suddenly blurted. But anyway, I don't know. It is a bit of a weird world we live in, and who knows where we're going in the future. But yeah, we'll definitely get this advertised up, and they're always a nice combination if they can come with all the original bits. And obviously the box examples, they are definitely nice to buy in the box. My biggest problem with boxed radios, and I found this, was that I wanted to keep them in the boxes. So part of me wanted to display radios, and I ended up buying another one generally as a display radio, and then still kept the box one, and then questioned why I've got all these boxed radios. So I don't know. I think it's something as collectors we like doing, but I do sort of question, whether they really are being practically, even if it's just for display, whether they're being practically displayed. I've always been a big collector of box things, so look, I'm probably part of the problem. But I don't know. It's still good to get a radio out, put it on the bench, have a play. In this case, get it working to the best it can possibly work, and just see what they're capable of. Just a bit of AM stuff going on here. So have a look here. Doesn't seem to be much. I just thought I'd check on the antenna see what's about the place, but there was a little bit on AM before, but it's pretty quiet. Very quiet. Oh. Anybody out there tell us we're getting out? Testing 1, 2. Oh, we're definitely on the wrong antenna. I was going to say something doesn't sound right here. Just let me see what I can do about that. Hang on. Okay, still not on the right antenna, but tuned one that'll do. Anybody out there tell us we're getting out? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is quiet out there. I know we've had a few sunspots lately, but boy, let's go. There was just this bit of rubbish on AM here. 229 testing. Anybody tell us we're getting out? Yeah, this. New Zealand just coming through, but I couldn't tell you where this antenna's pointed, and it's definitely not the right band. Oh, goodness. No, I don't think we're going to get much on. It's this antenna causing me most of. I haven't got the right one routed through to here at the moment. I've got some cables to replace, and I need to get onto that. Yeah, there's not much happening. Oh well, I thought I'd just quickly bring it in here, but no, it's not going to be exciting. All right, well that'll end it. Craig 131, L131, great radios. We'll try and get a station master or something hooked up into this room, just so we can have a vertical that's. I can't even remember what's on this. Let me just hit this antenna switch. That's not the antenna switch, yeah, that is. No, we're in trouble. No, I'm pretty sure we disconnected all the CB antennas. There could be something lying on the ground that's still up the top of a tower. I'm not sure. So we shall check one of the towers and see what's going on. But I'm pretty sure the station master was on the tower we went through with the Bobcat. So we've got a few lines to replace there. Anyway, hence why this 7 meg dipole's not receiving very well here. I'm really asking it to do a lot. Yeah. No, that's it. All right, 73s, Craig L131. Good radio when they're fixed. Cheers all.